So on this update I want to show you a bit what we did. The last week we got about 77 turtles in, which we adopted from a sanctuary in Belgium, so we shipped them over to Portugal. Then we have over 500 new plants which we bought in the Netherlands. We are currently planting. I just want to do a full tour on the koi pond, what's been changing, what we added, what we removed, and what's going on. So this is the start of the pond. As you can see, the plants are growing really well. Here we have a lot of papyrus. We have some tropical plants that grow and a couple of water lilies. We added a small filter on this section because the floating plants in this area will be dragged away, so we decided to add a small filter for now, just to see if we can control this here and try to have this water plant grow. Got a lot of duckweed, but this one is obviously more beautiful, bigger leaves, so we'll try to grow this in this pond. We have some algae issues, which I will show you later as well. So there's quite a lot of algae in the pond right now, but I'm sure over time that will, solve itself. I don't want to remove too much now. We just leave it in. Doesn't bother anybody. The fish don't mind, so we just leave it. This pond has, as any of the ponds, many different frogs. We got 3 or 4 different species. So this one which we are looking at right now is the brown one, and I'm sure we'll find some other ones. This one had fish, but because there wasn't filter and it's pretty fast flowing, the fish disappeared and ended up in different kind of ponds. So this pathway was created a couple of basically a month ago, and as you can see, everything grows super quick here. For the plants itself, we decided to add some plastic around each tree for now to protect them a bit, so they don't get overgrown and they get enough water. We added the bench here on this side where you can sit. I have this beautiful view. So these plants right here, the wasabi, growing like crazy. We got so many in there. It's easy to clone, so you will see that around the pond a lot. So this section here, a small section, so we got a waterfall from the first one going into this one. The wasabi is going crazy, and then we have a lot of plants growing here. My guys have been planting a lot of different plants. I don't even know, but a lot of these will probably get beautiful flowers. And then we come to the second pond. I don't know, that's a big pond, and we have a couple of small ones. There's a couple of waterfalls here. I will show you some details. It's beautiful. The water is probably 24-25 degrees. These fish have been growing really nice. So there's a couple of bigger ones, koi. There's a couple of goldfish, and there's one which I really like. It's like white with black, and there's also one which is black with blue. That's this one. It's a really beautiful color. So these fish are in here now for 4 or 5 months probably. And the biggest one is probably around 25-30 centimeters. So they're happy. I have a couple of sections I will show you where I grow duckweed, which we throw in here as extra nutrition. Looks nice. There's a shitload of guppies in here, everywhere. So I think the koi fish will probably feed on these as well, especially on the babies. But downstairs, I will show you later, we have like hundreds and thousands of these. These plants, floating plants, I grabbed them somewhere. I don't even know how we got them, but I went somewhere, put them in my pocket, and threw them in here. And they're doing really, really well. It's full of frogs. This one is a green one. And then we have another section. So this is pretty high flow, and this is a very small narrow section, pretty deep. And there's a lot of fish in here. I think we threw in about 40 of these yellow goldfish. And there's only maybe 10 left, so I assume most of them went in here. Let's see if I can find a few. This is really, really packed, so super hideaways. This is the section where we grow duckweed. Duckweed is good for the koi, for the fish, so I scoop some out and throw it in there, and they're super happy. Okay, in this section it has a waterfall going through these stones, but we're gonna redo this part because I don't like it. It's too shallow, so we're gonna add some stones there and higher this with at least half a meter, so we have more water volume here and it's not so deep. Here are a bunch of plants which we bought in the Netherlands and shipped over. The guys drove one last week and picked up the plants. And the next morning they drove to Belgium to pick up the turtles. I think this week I will show more documentary about that. And here you can see various water lilies, various plants. Very, very nice. For the next days the guys are gonna put those plants in. Obviously not where the turtles are, because apparently they like water lilies and soft plants, so we're gonna chew on them, so we decided not to put them there for now. We will grow them in the different ponds and also clone them for the new ponds we're building. This section is like super crowded. We put some stones here as well to block the water, and here is another duckweed sanctuary grow heaven where we scoop out the duckweed for the fish. So as you can see, this garden, we planted this probably 4 or 5 months ago, and everything is really picking up and growing.
Hã? Para ver lá, não está lá demasiado lá. Oh, isso não há muita volta a dar.
Ela não é uma tartaruga.
Não é uma tartaruga, não.
Não.
Mas é muito rápida.
Olha lá, tu não é uma tartaruga.
É muito rápida, muito mais que as tartarugas.
Que dentro? Água?
E essa é, como o lago aqui tem uma praia de 30 centímetros,
So I had a short break. We had a new gardener coming in. So I showed him around. They're walking somewhere there. Okay, duckweed, lots of it growing in here. Also for the koi fish we have here, I will show you in a second. All these plants are taking off like crazy. Full of frogs. There's another one. So I'm not sure what will happen because we have so many frogs. I think because we have so many fish, the frogs will reduce because now they're really exploding and there's no competition on the eggs. And then the same with the small guppy fish. We need to control them. I will show you in a bit that we have literally hundreds and hundreds of these guppies. More. Okay, there's the water goes underneath this bridge. So actually we have a stop here where we can grow duckweed and other stuff. Then it goes into this small pond. ends up here by this larger one, which is having a blast. Got like 40 koi in here. These we bought like 5-6 centimeters, and probably some of them now are over 10 easily. A waterfall there. There's an old well where we can drain water from. I can show you in a second. We got 42 of these wells in the property, and most of them we restored. And this goes into there. Actually, I blocked the waterfall there with papyrus and some other plants, so the fish cannot grow or go to the other side. So they're trapped in this one. And let me show you this well. It's pretty deep. If you fall in, you won't get out easily. And there's always a couple of frogs that fell in, and this is their life. They're gonna be in here forever. So as you can see below is the old well, and then we put the new bricks. This was one of the first ones we did. I don't like these bricks, but for this one we keep it. But for the new ones we find or we restore, we use old bricks. And this actually has a bottle shape, so I think this is probably around a meter diameter, and it goes to 2 meters. And they used to do it because the sun won't evaporate the water with this shape, or at least not that much, with a small opening on the top. And this one had wooden covers back in the days. Okay. Put another bench here, another one there. So it starts there, we'll go here, all the way around, it goes here. As you can see in this garden we planted magnolias, Japanese cherish. There's so many plants and they're taking off slowly. This section has basically like a river. It's pretty long, like 15 meters, very narrow. Has a bigger flow. So the water flows relatively fast here because it's small, narrow. And as you can see, there's frogs everywhere. At night you can hear them walk, 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 walk. Going insane. So this part is full of small fish. Look. This is a pest. I need to find an animal that will eat those. But let's see over time what happens. Let's not force it too much. I even saw water, I don't know how you call them, salamander, like these water animals. I saw a few of them, maybe you'll find one. So then the water actually goes in here under this road, because we wanted to have an access point under this road to this section. So there's a level difference of about a meter, I would say, going down. So we have a pretty quick flow here. This is insane. There's a fish there. And the only way it could have come here is through this, I think it's a 20 centimeter diameter pipe where the water flows through. So this fish somehow, because this color was only up there, so it actually swam down this whole area and then ended up in here all by itself. I never saw it before, but it's right there. Full of algae. Good luck, but we just leave it for now. As I said before, just let it grow. Let's see if we can find a natural balance. If not, we just take it out. So then we remove it, but it means there's a lot of nitrate here. So the plants are not absorbing everything. Maybe we feed too much. I don't know exactly how much we feed on the koi. I think, it's naturally to wait like a year to see what this small ecosystem is doing. I like the small details. All these plants are growing. Even plants that we didn't plant here, to just go here. This section is also a small river. We have a bit of foam. I'm trying to find some turtles because I know they're here. Before I saw a couple. But we released them last week. And it will take them a while before they're fully adjusted and feel comfortable and showing themselves. If I'm right here and I go all the way down there, I can probably find a few. There's one over there, see? Boom. Let me see if I can find... Oh, there's a huge frog here. So the frogs appeared probably when we finished the pond half a year ago, and now you're seeing these adults showing up and the bigger ones. And I don't know how long a frog can live, but I assume years and years. I remember with my grandmother, she used to have it was not a frog, the other one, the bigger one, the land, and that lived for years and years and years. So I assume frogs live up to, I don't know, 5 years, longer. Okay, there was a turtle, but he escaped. So there's a section here, a beautiful Japanese tree, and the water goes down here, ends up here, and this is again full of algae. This is actually the worst zone, but let's leave it. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. These are also beautiful. Okay. And then this is the last pond before it goes into the big one. There's a pretty good flow. It's not so deep. And I see the ducks chilling in this one as well, eating the algae and eating small fish. Okay, so this final, you can see the duck pool here, so the ducks chill here a lot. I think it's a good space for them. If they sit here, they can overview everything, they feel secure, they have a good hideaway. Okay, let's try to find some turtles here. The ducks are right there. The black ones do a lot. They doubled in size. Crazy. As soon as the turtles see you, they dive. So I think the best thing to do is just to sit still and wait for them to come up again. So on the other side I see a few. So there's one. And it will take them a month to adjust to this environment. We're gonna feed at the same spot all the time, so they know after a while, okay, this is where we're gonna get our food. This garden turns out beautiful. Small island. We planted this red. I don't even know how it's called, but this garden just looks stunning. They're planting these plants from Holland. Aquaflora, that's where you buy our stuff. Esther, thank you. You see how many fish? It's full, full, full. There's thousands and thousands of fish here. So, wow. We zoom in. Okay, this morning we had an issue with the pump. The pumps were not running, and damn it! Oh, damn it! It's beautiful. Yeah. Adeline, she fell in earlier. Tá bom? Gostas de água?
Sim, sim.
Ah, there's one. That one I didn't see before. This is like a small species. Ah, we found one nice. Trying to find more, but as soon as you go there, she will jump away. Super afraid, super shy. So I just went to the other side. They're really, really shy. But there's another one. Gone. And you guys are planting some stuff here, so they don't like it. They go like, let's hide. There's another one. I will go here at night to see if I can spot a few and if it's more quiet and not so many people here. Anyway, Koi Pond is getting along very, very well. I'm happy. It's been an insane project. We spent the last year here building this stuff, digging it out, putting plastic, putting tremendous amount of stones. Like the amount of stones we placed here is like insanity level, thousands. It's crazy. And we have the ducks who are doing well, the fish, the koi, and now the turtles. I'm really, really proud of this project, and my team loves it. Everybody's having a good time. This is fulfillment. They're happy. And I can't wait to have the first guest at the Quinta, enjoying this. Keep you guys posted what's going on. Next is we're gonna get more of these logs, these wooden pieces, and put them in, because apparently the turtles like to chill on it. So we're gonna add more spaces for them to hang on and hide and not go on the rocks. They feel more secure in the water. So I think it's a matter of time that we will see all these animals appearing, feeling more secure. I was talking to the guy from Fauna Watch, where we got from Tim. He said some of these animals lived in like a 20 by 20 cage with no light and sick and having a horrible, horrible life. So I can imagine that they're pretty happy that they ended up here. Same with the ducks. What happened with the ducks was that I bought them at a fair, and they were actually up for consumption, so people buy them and then grill them, which is totally okay, right? I don't care, but I think they have a pretty good life here. not ending up in some kind of soup, which I, by the way, eat, and it's also good, but they have a good life. Now a lot of them are coming out cold. So we got a bunch here, 2 of them, and just one more over there. Okay, thanks for watching.